Hey vinyl community, this is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome back. This video is going to serve as a contest entry. The contest is for a good friend of mine in the vinyl community, Bill from the Vinylverse. Bill is having a contest which is, show us asking to show some live albums, discuss a concert that holds a particular meaning, and then also someone who you would have loved to seen live and didn't get the chance to. Bill has now reached 100 plus subs. I'm thinking you're probably closer to about 150 now, Bill. Certainly well deserved, great channel. Bill and I started making videos in the vinyl community about the same time, and we just kind of hit it off. He's in Pennsylvania, I'm in New York, so we just kind of like commented back and forth on each other's videos, and he just is really a gentleman and a great guy. So it's my pleasure to do this contest entry for your 100 subs, man. Okay, so we're going to start. Live records. We're going to show the first one in your honor. This is Genesis Seconds Out. Just to make you a little jealous, I pulled out my sealed copy. This is a great record, great live record, one of the first live records that I truly enjoyed. I find, as a general rule of thumb, 70s records, live records were really not fun to listen to. The production rate was pretty poor, and it just wasn't. I preferred the studio compilation or studio records to the live. That said, we're going to move on to the second live album I'm going to show. This is Foghat Live. Dreadful record. Not very, pretty hard driven band, a lot of power chords, music acumen not of the highest standard, but it's also the first live record I ever bought with my own money. So, and then thirdly, my favorite live record, bar none, Deep Purple's Made in Japan. I just find this to be production quality, sound quality, just everything about this record as far as on the live side stands head and shoulders over most of the live records of its period, in my humble opinion, that is. So those are the live records. On to the concert. As most of you, I've seen a lot of concerts, not as many as some, but I've seen quite a few. But the one concert that always stands out in my mind was the September 1980 Queen's concert of Queen concert in, pardon me, I'm babbling, let's just back it up. September 1980's Queen concert for the Game Tour. It was just, I said it when we're discussing my top 100 albums. I'll go back to it now. That band, that period of time, they were hitting all their high notes. They were just on top of the world, both musically speaking, production-wise. They did great shows. The concert was amazing. I mean, it was just an overall fantastic experience. And it was a bunch of us that went. We had I think it was 17 of us. Just all hopped on a Long Island Railroad and just kind of took the train into the city and went to see the concert together. And it was just, a really cool, great show. Close runner-up, I'm just going to take a little liberty to give, is a relatively oddball concert band. But later that same year, 1981, I got a chance to see the Paradise Theater Tour from Styx. Now, as far as concerts go, they really were a little underrated for their time period. They really did a huge production. I mean, they had not they just a huge production. You know, they did the whole build the Paradise Theater set, and just really pretty cool concert. So that one gets honorable mention. But certainly of all the concerts I've been to, that Queen concert is the one that stands out just a little bit above everything else. And finally, bands that I never got a chance to see. Well, there's two, and they're equal, you know. The first one is the Beatles, just because I'm too old. I would have loved to have seen the Beatles. Just, you know, never got a chance to see them. They had long stopped touring by the time I got into music and was able to actually kind of figure out what music I liked and didn't like. So yeah, I mean, it was always after Lennon's was murdered. There was this huge rumor flying around that they were going to get together for one show and that Julian was going to take John's place. I would have loved that one. I would have gone to see that show, even with John being gone. And then the second of the two is Pink Floyd. Specifically, Pink Floyd's The Wall tour. Now, when the Pink Floyd did the Wall tour here in New York, they did two shows, and oddly enough, they didn't do the Garden, I don't believe, that year. I think they did the Coliseum. And really wanted to go see that show, but the concert sold out in minutes, you know, and it was just, and I just, you know, we were considering going and trying to just get scalp tickets at the Coliseum itself, but just never came together. And, you know, when you're 17, 18 years old, you think, yeah, I'll get a chance to see him next year or whatever. Never got the chance to see him again. You know, always something else came to mind. So Pink Floyd is another band, and in particular, the Wall tour. I think everyone who's ever seen that show all came back saying the same thing. Just it was just, you know, mind-blowing of a show. So that's it. Bill, again, congrats on the subs. Congrats on the contest, too. I probably won't have one until the fall when things quiet down a little bit out here. But I did want to get in on this one. I had a couple of minutes of free time this afternoon, and I said, okay, we're going to do... I actually put you on my calendar to do today because I wanted to get this done for you. So anyway, have a great rest of the week, everyone. Bill, congrats again on the contest and the subs. Hopefully we'll talk via either Facebook or in the comment section down here. Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll speak to everyone soon. Have a great day.